Hello student, this is Miss Rosita again. This is a follow-up of graphing point slope form. Okay, I have three equations, number 1, number 2, and number 3 to model you how to graph it. Okay, so let us take a look at number 1. First thing is to identify the m. The slope is 3. The point, this is where the students struggle. This is the first coordinate, the x coordinate, which is 1. And this is the y coordinate, which is 6. Okay? So if I have a point and a slope, I can graph. Okay? Let us take a look at number 2 before we begin graphing. Okay? This is my equation, y plus 1 equal parenthesis x negative 1. Oops. I know that the point, you know why I said oops? Because I don't see a number here. Let us begin on the point. Okay? So, I know that the x coordinate, this is x minus x1. So, x1 is positive 1. Now, the y coordinate is y. I will write down the pattern here. Y minus x1. Oops, but it's positive. It becomes positive, student, because x1 is negative. So, if I have y minus negative x1, negative and negative turns to be positive. So, my y coordinate should be negative. Okay, so let us look at this way. If you see this is negative, get the opposite, positive 1. If you see that this number is positive, get the opposite, which is negative. Make sense? Okay, the slope is the number in front of the parenthesis. There's no number, so therefore there is an invisible 1. Invisible 1. So your slope is a positive 1. Okay? Now how about the third situation? I have y minus 4 equals negative x plus 3. Okay? Let us begin with the slope. Oops, there's no number there. But you see a negative, we will insert 1 because there is an invisible 1. So your slope is a negative 1. Let us determine the point. Okay, x, let us begin on the x positive 3. So I get the opposite of positive 3. The coordinate, the x coordinate will be negative 3. And this is y minus 4. I know the y coordinate is positive 4. This is where the student got confused. So you need to be careful on those. Okay, let us begin graphing. So when we graph, we begin at the point. This is where we begin graphing. 1, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you see it's up there, but the slope is 3. So if the slope is 3, you will make it a fraction. So that will be 3 over 1. So therefore you go up 3. And then to the right 1. But I cannot go up. I don't have space. So I go to the opposite direction on this side. Therefore, I go down. I will do the opposite direction. Go down 1, 2, 3. And then to the left 1 point. Go down 1, 2, 3. To the left 1 point. 1, 2, 3. To the left 1 point. Okay? So draw the line. So that is how you graph it. Now, let us create, okay, Let us identify the y-intercept. Look at the line. It crosses at this point. It crosses the y-axis here. So this point is called the y-intercept. And the coordinate will be, I need a number on the y. The other coordinate will be 0. So this 1, 2, 3. 3, 0. See? There is another key picture here. The x-intercept, where the line crosses the x-axis. So this is your x-intercept. I will determine the coordinate of the point. X-intercept, I have a line on the x. I have a point on the x, and the other coordinate is 0. So therefore, that is a -1. And what is another name for the x-intercept again? It is 0. And what type of line is this? This is type of slope is positive because it's going up. And the slope is 3, positive 3. So we identify the key features. Okay. Next, number 2. On number 2, we already identify the slope and the point. We begin, always begin graphing at a point. Okay? So I need to identify the point, 1, -1. So this is 1, -1. My slope is 1. Make it a fraction. If you have a whole number, student, the denominator, if you want to make it a fraction, the denominator is always 1. So therefore, I go up 1 and then to the right 1. So from here, I go up 1 to the right 1 point, go up 1 to the right 1 point, go up 1 to the right 1 point, go down 1 to the left point, go down 1 to the left 1 point. Now I will start graphing. Once I have the graph, I will look at what are the key features. We begin with the y-intercept. The y-intercept is this, where it crosses the y-axis. So the y-intercept, you have the number on the y, 0 on the x. So 0, -2. So the y-intercept is 0, -2. The x-intercept is where the line crosses the x-axis. So we have x-intercept. To write the coordinate of the point of the x-intercept, there should be a number on the x, and the other coordinate y is 0. So this is 2, 0. Do you see that? Pay attention to your y-intercept, x-intercept. And the slope is, we said 1, and it is positive. Why positive? Because the line is going up. The last one. Okay. So I will be very fast on the last one. We begin always at the point. To graph, you always begin at the point. So -3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will always label it and check if I get a mistake. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have the beginning point here. The slope is -1. I will make the slope a fraction. I will write the direction. Oops, negative. So that will be down 1. The direction is going down. And then to the right 1 to the right. So from here, I go down 1 to the right 1. Go down 1 to the right 1, down 1 to the right 1, to the right. There you go. Connect the graph, the line, the points. I will identify my y-intercept. The y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis. So this is the y-intercept. And the coordinate, there will be a number on the y, but x is 0. So it's 0, 1. This is the x-intercept. X-intercept, I have number on the x, and the other one, the y is 0. So that will be positive 1. And what's the other name for x-intercept again? It is 0. So y-intercept, number on the y, x is 0. X-intercept, number on the x, y is 0. What slope is this? What is the slope m? The slope m is -1. And since it is negative, the type of slope will be negative. Let's check if the line is negative. There you go. It's negative because it is falling down.